Hello, in this video I'm going to show you how I make a bridge card. The paper collection that I'm going to use is called Ocean Deep. This is a digital download collection from the Crafty Witches. These are just the topper sheets that come in the collection. So you have square toppers and you've got sentiments on the sheet too. So we've got whales, stingray, octopus and a jellyfish on this one. And then these are circle toppers where you've got a seahorse, again an octopus, stingray, a whale and a couple of sharks there. Also in this collection you get an insert, a sentiment sheet and 8 different papers. You'll see some of the papers as we make our card up. So to start off with, we need a piece of white card. This is A4 card, so you keep the length but cut the width down to 17 centimeters. And we're going to need a scoreboard. So on each side we're going to score this at 3.5 centimeters and 7 centimeters. So that's one side done. I'm going to turn it around and do exactly the same on the other side. Sorry, couldn't get it lined up properly. So 3.5 centimeters and 7 centimeters. And that's all we need our scoreboard for. Now, the only other piece of card that you need is a smaller strip, and this measures 4 centimeters by 22.7 centimeters. Just move that one. So I've got one here. So going back to this part, so with the score lines, we're going to fold the closest one to the center. So that goes inwards, and then the next one goes outwards. And do the same on the other side. So score line closest to the center goes inwards, and then the outer score line goes out. And that's what you'll have. So basically this is your card. So this is your main base, and then this is your strip. So when you attach the strip, you fold one side inwards and the other side lays flat, and then your strip just goes anywhere where you want it to go. So for this design, our strip's going to go at the top, and then it will come out like that. I mean, on some designs I also put the strip on the bottom and then add toppers to the bottom just to make them stand out. So that's basically your bridge card. So now I'm just going to go over the mats and layers. So for the inside, oh, I can't find my ruler. So the inside, I've got a black mat, and this measures 16.5 centimeters by 15 centimeters, and then the paper measures 16 centimeters by 14.5 centimeters. So we've just gone down 0.1 centimeter. Oops, wrong glue. Let's attach this. Okay, so this is going in the center of our card. level. And then I have 4 strips. These are my matte strips to go on the 2 outer layers. So I have each of the 4 strips of the matte card measures 16.5 centimeters by 3 centimeters, and then I've got matching paper. I've got 4 of these, and these measure 16 centimeters by 2.5 centimeters. So just matte and lay these together. And I have a blockage in my glue. My printer's decided it's got a mind of its own. Sorry about that. And the last one. Okay, and these are just going to go on the edge. You don't have to do them all the same with the same papers. It's just how I've done it for this design. Okay. Okay, so there's our base. So the next part is the strip. So I've got a black mat here. Just check the measurements, and this is 3.5 centimeters by 22.3. So remember, this strip is 22.7, so we're just going down 0.5 of 8 centimeter. Just gives us a nice even border all the way around. So the paper that I've used is 3 centimeters, and this one is 21.7. And this plain blue paper is also on the digital download. Okay. So like I said, you can change this design up, and you could have this on the bottom. You can also have 2 if you wanted to. You just, once you know how with your score lines and that, you can just play around as you wish. but for this design I'm going to place this on the top. So like I said, one side fold inwards and the other side lay flat. So just put a small amount of glue on this side. Just going to make sure I've got that level. Just hold that down a little now. That's attached, and then a small amount of glue just to hold this side down. There you go, just hold that down, let that dry. So there's our card, the card shape that we're going to use. As you can see, you can see straight down the centre. So the toppers, I've already cut these out from the toppers that I showed in the beginning of the video. So the seahorse, I've just gone and trimmed, leaving a slightly white border on the seahorse. I've also cut out the stingray, a smaller seahorse, the octopus, again just cut around the image, leaving a small white border, and I've also cut out one of the whales. So there's some toppers. For sentiments, I've gone and got my black mats, and I've got happy wishes, and I've got for you. So they're what we're going to use on the design. I'm just going to mat them near those two, just make sure that is still in the right place. There you go. And then what I have here is some of the blue seaweed from this paper. So basically, when I open up the file in Adobe, I've gone in and used the snapshot tool on Adobe. Just bear with me. So when you open up the paper in Adobe, you go across the top to edit, click on that, and then you'll see a little bit down, you'll see the word more. So you highlight the word more, and then it brings up another box, and in that other box at the right of the bottom it says take a snapshot. So if you click on that, you can then, it will then take you to your image, and you can just highlight what you'd like to print, and that's how you take a snapshot. So this is what I've done. So what I did, as you can see in here, it's really small. So all I've done when I took a snapshot is then change the sizes, so I've got a good selection of different sizes of the seaweed. So really it's just a case of now just playing around and designing how you like your card to be. So just folding the seahorse a little bit. So I'm just going to put some foam pads under here. I'm going to double up my foam pads just so the seahorse stands out a little bit more. Okay. Just added a little bit of glue to the sides, and I'm going to place my seahorse on the centre. So I don't know, I think you can see there how the seahorse is slightly uplifted, so yeah, it gives it more of a nice shape. So that's the seahorse, and then I'm going to add some of this seaweed to the side. And I'm going to also add a little bit more to that. Now, what I'm going to do is put my sentiment up there. So we've got happy wishes. I'm just going to use make sure I've got the right way up. Now it's got a bit of some foam pad on that one, so it says happy wishes for you. I'm just going to add some of the seaweed just coming out on the top of the card. Just add that piece too. Now I've also got a decorative border here, and I'm just going to cut this down and just put a small amount of glue on one side, and then I'm going to attach it underneath to the strip and let that dry. I'm going to do a slightly longer one. We'll do that there. There you go, we'll just let that dry. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so what we're going to put on there, I'm going to attach the stingray to the first little strip we put down there. I might just have to hold it a little while because there's a little bit of weight, especially when I haven't let the little dangly bits dry. There you go. So there you go. Yeah, as you can see, it's like it's swimming in the water. And on this one, I'm going to attach the whale. Now this is where I normally bring in, I think that's too big, aren't I? There you go. I normally bring in something just to rest them on, just so they, while they dry. Okay. So now I've got this small seahorse that I'm just going to add on the side. Do actually need that moving out of the way. There. You can see it that way, that they are hanging there. So I'm just going to stand this up. Okay, the octopus I'm actually going to put behind with the seahorse. Again, doubling my foam pads up just to give it a little bit more height. Carefully lift those up. Yeah, it's quite hard to show. Yeah, I'm not sure how to show that on the camera because the camera's above, but you can slightly see through there that they are dangling. Okay. Now I think we'll just add some piece of seaweed to this side. There we go. And that's our card. Now of course you need somewhere to write your sentiment, so what I've done, this is the insert sheet. I've just cut it down and just for this part. So a piece of black card I have for my mat layer, and that's 16.5 centimeters by 15 centimeters. Normally I would go down like I have in all the other mats and layers, 0.5 of a centimeter, but this one I did cut a little bit short, but I'll just use it anyway. So this actually measures 15.5 centimeters by 14 centimeters. As you can see, it just leaves a little bit more of a wider border, but I didn't think it mattered. Okay, just get that level. And this is just going to go on the back of the card. I mean, you can mat and layer this if you prefer. I'm not going to do that this time. Just going to pop the insert on here. There you go, now you've got somewhere to write. And again, like I said, this folds all the way flat and it will fit in an envelope. You will need a 7x10 envelope. As you can see, that fits perfectly in there. It is just a little bit too long really for the A5 envelope. So if you did want it just for an A5 envelope, you're just going to have to cut the card down slightly, but you can keep the measurements the same. Let me just double check that. So here's my A5 envelope. Swap those over.
So yeah, so that would fit in there, except for the height, so you would have to cut the height down if you just wanted it to use an A5 envelope, if you didn't have the bigger ones. But anyway, there's our bridge card. I hope you enjoy the video, and I also hope you get this paper collection, and I hope you enjoy using it too, because it's for all ages and it makes really beautiful cards. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.